Welcome back to Black and Beat Bike Update. Today we're looking at a machine that many thought would never return, a legend reborn, the 2026 Kawasaki KX500. For decades, this bike has lived in the hearts of riders who remember the raw, fire-breathing two-stroke power of the original. Now Kawasaki has brought it back, with modern engineering while keeping the brutal spirit alive. Let's walk around this beast, dive into its details, and see if the rebirth of the KX500 can truly honor its legacy. At first glance from the front, the new KX500 carries Kawasaki's unmistakable lime green identity, but with sharper LED lighting signatures and a more sculpted number plate that blends modern motocross aggression with heritage styling. The inverted front forks stand tall, offering nearly 12 inches of travel, and the slim fender design keeps everything looking sleek and race-ready. Even parked, the stance screams competition. From the side, the proportions are slim, almost deceptive given the displacement lurking inside. Kawasaki has worked hard to centralize the mass, tucking the oversized two-stroke engine tightly within an aluminum twin-spar frame. The graphics package is bold yet minimal, reminding you that this bike doesn't need loud colors to tell you it's fast. The exhaust expansion chamber snakes outward in classic two-stroke fashion, polished to a modern finish but echoing the silhouette of the old-school 500s. The seat flows seamlessly from the tank to the tail, designed for aggressive rider movement, whether you're carving berms or blasting across desert sand. Looking at it from the back, the modern design is even clearer. The LED tail markers are discreet, the subframe is compact, and the rear fender is raised high, emphasizing the off-road intentions. The beefy rear wheel, wrapped in motocross rubber, sits under a long-travel unitrack monoshock setup. Kawasaki hasn't softened the KX500 into a dual-sport compromise. This is pure off-road muscle. The dual-disc brakes with pedal rotors are built for stopping power, but with precise control when things get rough. The heart of the 2026 KX500 is, of course, its engine. Kawasaki knew they couldn't just throw a four-stroke in here and call it a day. They went back to the roots, keeping the legendary 499cc two-stroke single, but redesigned it with modern materials, advanced port timing, and electronic fuel injection to meet today's emissions standards without killing the soul. The iconic KIPS power valve system returns, now electronically managed for seamless low-end torque and terrifying top-end hit. This motor delivers around 68 horsepower, making it the most powerful production two-stroke motocross bike on the planet in 2026. Kickstart is gone instead. A lightweight electric starter brings the beast to life with the press of a button, though a backup kick lever remains for purists who want the ritual. Performance on the track and in the open desert is where this bike separates itself from the rest. Twist the throttle and the surge is instant, a brutal wave of torque that climbs smoothly thanks to the new fuel injection mapping. Unlike the older generations, which were infamous for arm-stretching power surges, the 2026 version delivers usable thrust across the entire rev range, without losing that addictive two-stroke bark. The new 6-speed gearbox is slick, ratios carefully chosen to balance track sprinting and high-speed desert runs. Top speed sits comfortably around 95 miles per hour, but it's the acceleration and mid-range blast that leave the deepest impression. Suspension has been borrowed from Kawasaki's factory racing development, with 48mm Showa forks up front and a fully adjustable rear shock, soaking up landings and rough terrain with ease. Riding this bike feels like stepping back in time and forward into the future all at once. The weight is just under 230 pounds, making it incredibly nimble for such a powerful machine. The ergonomics are slim, the seat height tall but manageable for experienced riders, and every control feels precise. And then there's the sound of the shriek of a two-stroke echoing across open fields is something modern four-strokes can never replicate. It's mechanical, raw, and intoxicating. When it comes to pricing, Kawasaki knows this isn't just another dirt bike. It's a halo product, a tribute to history, and a machine built for enthusiasts who crave something different. The 2026 KX500 launches with a base price of around $12,000, putting it above most 454 strokes but below exotic European specials. Considering the engineering, limited production numbers, and the fact that it's the only new 500cc two-stroke motocross bike you can buy from a major manufacturer, it's a price that many fans will happily pay. So, what's the verdict? The 2026 Kawasaki KX500 isn't about replacing your everyday motocross bike. It's about passion, heritage, and the thrill of taming a machine that's larger than life. Kawasaki has managed to modernize the legend without diluting it. The bike is wild but rideable, refined but still raw where it matters most, for riders who grew up dreaming of the KX500. And for a new generation who want to experience what real two-stroke power feels like, this is the ultimate invitation. That's all for today's review. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the REBORN